Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to make this nice summer crop top. Very basic. You want to use a yarn of your choice and a hook of your choice. I'm using a 4mm hook for this video. What you want to do is you do want to chain a chain that's long enough to go round your torso. As you can see in the video at the beginning, it's kind of like a cross tie back. So you want to make sure the body of the top can kind of go not fully round, but you get the gist. So yeah, just chain a chain that's long, and you can use that chain to kind of measure around. And so what you want to do after you chain that chain that's long enough, you do want to chain one, and you want to skip the next 2 stitches. So yeah, skip the next 2 stitches, and then you want to go into the next stitch. So this third stitch from the hook, you want to single crochet into that stitch, and then you want to half double crochet into that stitch, and you want to do another single crochet into that stitch. It sounds a bit complicated, but I'm gonna do a few rounds and I'll show you. You get the gist. Once you understand it, it's very easy. So you skip the next 2 stitches, and then in that third stitch you single crochet, and then you want to half double crochet into that same stitch, and then single crochet. So that's just the pattern. It would be, you know, skip the next 2 stitches, single crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into that same stitch, and then single crochet into that same stitch. Then you skip the next 2 stitches as well, and then you go to the next to the third stitch and single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. And that's all we're going to be doing literally for the video until we get to the point where we have to decrease to get that halter look. But yeah, it should look something like this once you start. I'm gonna keep on crocheting and I'll come back when I get to the end. So yeah, we've got to the end bit, and as you can see, I'm gonna skip the next 2 stitches as normal, and just right at the end single crochet as normal, and then you want to half double crochet as normal and single crochet again. What we're going to do is, before we turn over our work, when we turn over our work, sorry, we're going to need to just chain 1, and yeah, and just continue as normal. So you want to skip those first 2 stitches and jump into the third stitch. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, and so you want to single crochet and then half double crochet in that stitch and single crochet in that same stitch. So just a reminder, you single crochet in the same stitch, you half double crochet in the same stitch, and you single crochet in that same stitch, and then you skip the next 2 stitches as shown in the video. I know it's a bit blurry, I'm so sorry for that. I need to get a new camera. But yeah, you skip to the next stitch, to the third stitch after skipping the first 2 stitches, and you continue as normal. You single crochet in the same stitch, half double crochet in that stitch, and single crochet. Skip the next 2 stitches, go into the third stitch, and literally you do it all over again. And so yeah, I'm just going to continue doing all of that. your pattern should look like this. Yeah, and all you need to do is just keep crocheting, doing what we did in the first and second round. You just need to create about 6-7 rows before we start decreasing. I'm going to continue off camera and I will come back when it's time to decrease. To decrease, all you need to do is skip the next 2 stitches, insert your hook into the 3rd stitch, insert your hook into the 4th stitch, yarn over and then pull through. And then you want to chain 1, flip over your work. And then you count 2 stitches and go into the 3rd stitch and continue as normal. So you single crochet into that stitch, half double crochet into that stitch and single crochet into that stitch. And yeah, and that's all you need to do to decrease. So I'm just going to keep going as the first and second round, and yeah. So yeah, you insert your hook, single crochet, half double crochet into that same stitch, and then you want to single crochet in that same stitch again, and I'll come back when we get to the end. So when you get to the end of that row, you want to skip 2 and then go to the next 2 stitches, yarn over the next stitch and then pull through. And then you want to chain 1 and you want to switch over your work. And yeah, and you continue to alternate with no increase, so continue doing what we did in the first and second row. So that's just chain 1, skip the next 2 stitches and then 3rd stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, and then after you complete that row with no decrease, the next row you chain 1 and you so when you get to the end of each row for decrease, all you need to do is yarn over the last 2 stitches, and then all you need to do is just pull through, chain 1 and go back to doing a row without decrease. I hope that made sense. If it's not clear, just put it in the comments below. So I'm going to be doing the rest off camera. I hope you guys have been able to understand, and I'll come back when it's time to do the finishing of the top. I'm finished now, and all you can do is, it all depends on how long you want your top, so you can do as many rows as you want depending on how long or cropped you want it to be. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is just single crocheting around the edges. I guess you can call them edges, just because I feel like it gives it a nice finish, because the pattern is a bit it can be a bit rough. So all I'm doing is just single crocheting across the edges. Yeah, literally it just gives it a nice finish. So when you get to the end of each edge, All you need to do is kind of like chain one and just continue single crocheting as normal into the holes. But yeah, this just gives it a nicer look. You don't have to do it, it's not compulsory, but I think it makes it look nicer and cleaner. So once you go all around, I will come back to show you how you're going to do the straps. So for the straps, it's very easy. All you need to do is you need to create a long strap to go across on each side because you'll be connecting it to the bottom. So yeah, I think I will just crochet something long enough that could go across my body. But yeah, that's all dependent on you. Once you finish crocheting, all you need to do is take a pair of scissors and fasten off, and you need to go to the next side, yeah, of the strap. So what I'd like to do is I like to fold my top so to make sure they're equal. But yeah, so just do the exact same thing to the next side, create a chain that's long enough, and then you would want, once you've done that, all you need to do is just connect it to the bottom. Just find a hole at the bottom to connect it, and yeah, so I'm just going to take my hook and connect it to the bottom, and I'm going to do that for the other side as well. It's so easy, literally you can't go wrong with this top, that's why I like it. It's just very easy to make, it doesn't take a lot of time. But yeah, that's it. That's your cross back basic crop top. Yeah, I hope it was easy. You can also single crochet the straps if you want it to be stronger for your boobs. But yeah, I hope you liked this video.